Well, good morning. It's great to be with you. So now you're introducing me with the Godfather.
Yes. Well, we have our own family, Senator,
Yeah.
as he says in that movie there.
Right, right. Good
Politics, it
morning.
goes hand in hand there. I got to say, I was at Uncle John's cider mill this weekend and watching the machinery there of how they take the apples and smash them and make the cider. And I feel like a little kid because kids love that kind of stuff. But the fact of the matter is, I didn't realize when they smash an apple and it goes right literally into the jug that you take it home in, there's nothing added at all. That's 100% pure apple cider.
Isn't that cool? And those
Yeah.
guys do such a great job. As you know, I grew up in Clare, and we drive, 127 many years back and forth, and I watched those guys do such a great job and expand their efforts, and they are an example of what is happening all over Michigan. And of course, now with Halloween, I mean that's a great place to go
Yeah.
with the kids. But we have these kinds of things happening at our farmers markets and local food operations all over the state. It's fresh. It's literally right from the field when you're getting the apple juice, and the apple cider is great. So it's one of the wonderful things about Michigan.
Cherries, asparagus, maple syrup, apples, Christmas
Blueberries.
trees,
Yeah.
blueberries too. I love the blueberries
I
down
do
there in the great
too.
Southwest. And
Yep.
potatoes too. All of these are going to benefit from 30 projects you've announced. Even Governor Snyder, the Republican, has given you a shout out on this one.
Well, this is one of the things that I'm so pleased about in actually getting a 5-year farm bill done. While everything else in the federal government is limping along, we have 5 years worth of economic investment, not only in rural Michigan, rural America, but really in all across the state and the country. So you're right, we have about $2 million in something that I originally got into the last farm bill in 2008 for the first time. Something called a special crop block grant. We would send money to states based on the amount of fruits and vegetables and other specialty crops that they grew, and then the local producers could work with the state, apply for projects that would help them in some way, be able to do research. For instance, MSU doing research on blueberries or cherries or winter squash, carrots. There's projects related to that. There's promotion projects going on about selling our products and so on. So there's 30 projects all across the state, every corner of the state. And then in addition to that, we also announced $775,000 in farmers market and local food promotion grants to 13 different projects, a couple of them in Lansing. One, this great effort going on at Allen Neighborhood Association that has developed the garden and the farmers market. They're now doing a winter farmers market and a food kitchen. And this is sort of another piece that I'm really promoting is how do we leverage what we do to create more jobs. And so when you have a community kitchen, we're announcing one opening next year in Eastern Market in Detroit. We've got community kitchens around the state, Grand Rapids and Lansing opening and so on. Somebody who's growing something, if they want to turn it into a salsa or a jam or some other product, they can go in and use the kitchen. It's a commercial kitchen. It's certified, so they can get licensed and then sell their product. So they can sell it to the school, the hospital, MSU, any place, and basically then add more jobs. So the whole idea is to look at what we do, which is make things and grow things, and how do we create a way to give small business people, the small farmers, an opportunity to grow and create more jobs as well.
When you and I had dinner at Grand Hotel, which most assuredly included products in Michigan in the dinner there, you told me that you enjoy watching the political chat shows in the evening when you're in Washington there. And Chris Matthews from Hardball on MSNBC is going to be with us. I wonder, what do you make of him? Do you like his show? Have you ever been on it? Give a review of Hardball and Chris, if you would.
Oh, I think Chris is terrific. I actually think Chris is one of the best. I watch his show as much as I can, and have had an opportunity not only to be on it, but to be at dinner with him kibitzing and kind of talking off the record as well as on the record. But, you know, he's been around a long time. He's smart. I think he cares. And he really, I think, you know, goes after issues in a in-depth way. So that's great that he's going to be on the show.
And his mother's last name was Shields, so he tells me we're related.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, see, that's why your show's so good. Yeah.
Thank you. Where does Senator Stabenow and Chris Matthews, where do you go to dinner? You said you went to dinner with him?
Well, we had an opportunity at someone's home to be invited, you know, in with a group of people. You know, there's oftentimes there are invitations to do what they call salons, where people get together and talk about issues and so on. So that was kind of fun. First
Lady Michelle Obama coming in Friday for Gary Peters and Mark Schauer. Do you know her very well? What's she like?
I do, and in fact, you know, all the things I'm talking about in terms of healthy foods, fruits and vegetables, you know, all of this effort, she is very, very involved in and has been a champion of helping us get more school gardens. We've got hundreds of school gardens across the state now, so that kids can go out and produce their own food, which it also comes with it, you know, a science curriculum. They can learn about math and science and nutrition all by developing a garden. And she's been very, very involved, and that, of course, has done that at the White House as well, inviting students in. But one of her passions has been health and fitness and making sure that young people have an opportunity to get a good start in life. We know one of the big challenges in the healthcare system right now is childhood obesity, and we all have a stake in getting kids off on the right foot. You know, those of us who grew up where, like I did, where you know, it was the belief was meat, potatoes, bread.
That was pretty good too, though, Senator. Thank you very much. Always good to talk with you. I hope to see you soon here.